to the Danny Miner Daily Show. And listen, I love Rumble. I can't wait to come on here in the morning. But listen, we're going to be quick today. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes, because the Philadelphia Eagles are on at 2 p.m. today. Yes, I live in Las Vegas. The Danny Miner Daily Show comes live from Las Vegas, and the Eagles are on in 50 minutes. I'm going to watch them clinch the division title and clinch the playoffs after they destroy the Washington Redskins today. Yes, I live in Las Vegas, but my heart is in Philly because that's where I'm from. Pennsylvania, folks, but now I live in Vegas. Go Birds. Okay, we got that out. We got four big things to go over today. One, we're going to stay on sports. And one thing I want to tell you guys, coffee is everything to me. It's my life. I give up anything before coffee. I mean, anything. Coffee is it for me. I got to drink it every day. But let's stay on sports, okay? Jake Paul last night. Whoa, he got his ass kicked. He got his ass kicked last night. Now listen, the guy's an entertainer. Him and his brother are entertainers. Are they great athletes too? Of course they are. Okay, of course they are. But you got to realize a lot of his fights were setups. It was for entertainment. But last night, we definitely saw something different. I mean, Jake got his ass handed to him last night. Then he got a broken jaw. That last punch, seriously, I'm 57 years old. If that guy would have hit me like he hit Jake Paul, I wouldn't be here today. That guy broke Jake's jaw with fucking one punch last night, knocked Jake Paul out. So listen, I don't blame Jake Paul doing this circus. He's making money, okay? He started on social media like the rest of us, okay? But maybe it's time. Maybe you want to fight the old guys again. Maybe you want to fight me, okay? Some of you can take. This guy kicked your ass, Jake. So maybe the circus is over. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe the circus is over. Now, folks, I want to change gears a little bit and go over something that's controversial because that's what I do. And I want to tell you before I go over this, I'm a Republican. I'm a retired cop of 27 years, a detective of 14. I voted for President Trump 6 times, right? 6 times. Primaries, 6 times. Okay? I probably will never pull a Democrat lever again when I go vote. We used to call it levers because in the old school, we used to have to pull a lever and then pull the curtain when we voted. So that's why it said pull a lever. So I'll never pull a lever of a Democrat again. But yesterday, what I heard, and if true, if all true, it's a little shocking, folks, and we need to do better. They're saying a Chicago businessman died in ICE custody. He was from Bulgaria, okay? He was a businessman and lived in Chicago for 30 years, folks. He was taken into custody, okay? And he died in Michigan at an ICE facility prison in Michigan, okay? Now, his family, his wife, and everything said they just got a letter saying he probably had a heart attack. He just died, okay? He just died. But, folks, people are outraged. And, folks, even as a Republican, listen, I get it. You committed a crime when you came in this country. I get it. Okay? But people commit crimes all the time, and then years later, they're changed people. So this man committed a crime to come in this country, but then he changed his whole life and became a businessman and became an asset to the United States of America. And to me, folks, if you've been in this country over 5, 10 years, okay, like this guy, 30 years, and you've been an asset to America, you didn't get in trouble, you didn't commit any crimes, you opened your own business, started your own business, started your own family, we should give them a fast track to citizenship. Somehow say, hey, let's give them somehow a fast track to citizenship and get rid of all the bad people, all the people that committed crimes, all the people are doing nothing but being a liability to our country. Get them out. But somebody like this, a businessman, a man that's been here 30 years, folks, I think we should reconsider that. And I know it's not going to be popular. Get them all out. They committed crimes. Get them all out. I get it. And listen, we need border control. I get it. I love what Trump's doing. Don't get me wrong. But things like this, we have to look at and say, are we right here? Are we right here? There's a man that's been here for 30 years, guys. 30 years, been an asset to America, and we take him in custody. Now he has a heart attack and passes away. Folks, to me, I don't care what side you're on, Republican, Democrat, Independent, it's wrong. It's wrong, okay? And I know I'm going to get hate, especially because I'm on Rumble for this, but it's wrong. And again, I'm Republican. I think we need to stop people at the borders. We need border control. We need to get people out of this country, especially criminals. But there's some instances. Now, I'm not saying a lot, maybe 5%, maybe 4% or less, that we should look at and say, it's a Chicago businessman, 30 years. Yes, he committed a crime 30 years ago. He committed a crime 30 years ago. He's probably a changed person, which he is. So I think, folks, we need to do that. We need to have some kind of fast track to citizenship. I know that's not going to be popular, but it's probably 5% of the cases we should look at. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein. Folks, pictures are dropping everywhere. And I'm going to tell you this. It is not looking good for Bill Clinton. Woo! I mean, it is definitely, and I'm sure there's more to come. Folks, I saw David Copperfield, Woody Allen, folks, Michael Jackson. I mean, the pictures are just coming in. Now, here's the thing, folks. Could people have been friends with Epstein and didn't know this was going on? Of course. Of course. People could have been friends with him and not knowing this was going on, right? So you got to think that way too. But when you're in the hot tub kicking back, you're a little bit more than just friends with Jeffrey Epstein, okay? Like Bill Clinton, okay? You're more than just friends with him. Folks, I don't even think we want to know what went on in this island because it's so disturbing. I don't even know if we want to know. I will guarantee you it's so disturbing, it'll bring shockwaves through our spine. And I'll bet you there's people that are involved that we wouldn't even expect to be involved. I bet you involved. But listen, Republican, Democrat, Independent, I don't give a fuck. If you were involved in this, you deserve to be prosecuted, in handcuffs, and jailed. Again, I don't care, Republican, Democrat, Independent, both. I don't give a shit. You were doing something with Jeffrey Epstein, fucking jail. And I know you all agree with me. I don't care if it's a Republican. If it's a Republican, put him in jail. If it's a Democrat, put him in fucking jail. These celebrities and these politicians think they're above the law, folks. You know it. I know it. They think they're above the law. They can do whatever the fuck they want. And look how long it took for this list to be released. If this was me and you, would have been released the next day. We'd have been serving 4 to 5 years already. We'd have been serving 4 to 5 years. There wouldn't have been a fight if the evidence should be released. It would have just been released if it was me and you. Now, folks, the last thing I want to go over today, and again, then I'm going to go watch the Philadelphia Eagles in 45 minutes kick the Washington Commanders' asses. Okay? That's what I'm going to watch next. Jasmine Crockett. Folks, we got to end it with her. I can't take this anymore. I can't take her nonsense. She now said on numerous news agencies, and I checked with AI before I came on, she is saying 80% of the crimes are committed by white supremacist white males. Where? Where is the evidence that 80% of the crimes are committed by white supremacists? Where is that evidence, Jasmine Crockett? It isn't. There is no evidence like that. Folks, when was the last time you saw a major news article that said white supremacists arrested? When? When was the last time you've seen that? You haven't in years. But this girl wants to keep pushing this on you. I don't get it. She's running in Texas, and she's saying that white men are evil. Running in Texas. What is wrong with this girl? Okay? She talks about everybody's racist. I think I know somebody that's racist. I think I know somebody that hates white males. I think I know that person. Okay? That person always says false things about white males. Folks, I don't know how you can have this kind of color skin and vote for a Democrat. I don't know how you could do that now. I don't know how you can sit there, watch them bash white people every day and say, yep, that's my vote. That's my vote. Except white liberal women. And again, I think it's the hair dye. They squirt that hair dye on. It does something to their brain. And they're like, Yes, I hate white people too. I hate them too. White liberal women drive me insane. And again, it's not the Generation X women. They're conservatives. It's the boomer women that lost their mind, and it's the young girls with the hair dye. Okay? They are the biggest problem in America. Okay? They might not commit the most crimes, probably the less crimes, but mentally, they are the worst problem for America. White liberal women. I said what I said. And there's some facts about that, Jasmine Crockett, not your facts about 80% of the crimes committed by white supremacy. Okay? That's just nonsense. Now, listen, I'm going to go. I'll see you all tomorrow. Go fucking Birds. Go Eagles. Let's win this division title today.